You're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary, a Coming Attractions episode. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And we are here with you today on video because I got our shit together again and it's pretty great. We'll see if it actually works.
Hell yeah, it's gonna work, of course.
Sometimes these things crash, sometimes I forget to record, sometimes we're just like, this was all in my imagination from the beginning.
Oh yeah, you're in a mental institute staring out the window right now.
Well, at least I'm not the, 21? No, I was going to say 21 Jump Street. That's not right. Hill Street Blues, where it's the autistic kid with the snow globe. And it's like the whole thing.
That's right.
The whole thing was
Yes.
happening.
The whole thing took place in a midget's fart.
Well,
What show was that?
I think it was Hill Street Blues.
No, I think it was like Children's Hospital, that goofy show about
No,
that
it was not a
crazy-
comedy. It was a serious 80s.
No, I know Hill Street
Oh.
Blues, but I'm talking
Oh, you're
about the
in
one
the
that I'm
midget-
saying
oh,
where
the midget's
the whole
fart.
thing took place inside a midget's fart, which I think
Oh,
was
that
thing.
has to be Children's
I think it was Children's Hospital, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So the entire thing of Hill Street, why would they do that? So the whole thing was like,
Because
it was somebody's imagination.
I think the pressure of ending a show freaks people out. Because they
Wonder
do
why
some
they
weird
didn't
shit.
They didn't just be like, hey, life goes on, pull out
No,
The
'cause that's a
Office,
show.
doing its regular thing, the end.
Yeah.
Everything,
It's because you know what? You say that and it's like, oh, that's like
I said it.
No, I know, but you think it's like, oh, that's the way to do it. But everybody, I would say north of 99% of all people would find that gloriously unsatisfying and worse than anything that
No, but then even when you do something drastic, they,
No, but no, I hear you, but
dies,
there's a
like-
chance.
there's a marriage, there's going to be like a
Yeah.
wedding.
Yeah.
The two characters that always,
Yeah.
or, Seinfeld did it good.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit.
Yeah. But theirs was actually considered one of the most disappointing endings.
I know, like, what did they want? Did they want Jerry and Elaine to get married?
I don't know
Like, what the fuck are they looking for?
That's the biggest problem with all of it because
Yeah, like
nobody
what-
knows what they're looking for when it
Yeah.
comes to these things. Same thing happened with the Game of Thrones. Same thing happened with Dexter. Same thing.
I'll let you know what's going on with Game of Thrones. I'll tell you
Yeah.
in 12 years when we finish it, if all that bullshit was
Yeah.
hype or not.
Yeah.
Is the battle too dark? That's I can't wait to get to the last season.
Yeah.
Because everybody was like,
The battle was dark, but what the
All
fuck
battles
did they
are
want?
dark,
It was.
Joe.
It took place at
war.
night. Like, what did they want? Did they want lights set up? Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, no, they could do the whole thing where it's like, it's supposed to be dark, but I can still see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I hear you, and it's like, the chaos of it was it was kind of the point. You were supposed to have moments where you saw somebody die and not know who it was.
Who the hell's that?
Because it was also really fast moving. Like, it was dark, but you'd be able to see if everything was sitting still.
Right.
But it was dark and fast. So it's like, vroom, 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 vroom. And then people are like, you see somebody go and you're like, holy shit, was that this person? I know once I was going to say people. I was No, but I was going to say a name, but then I was like, that would give away a name of somebody who makes it that far.
Exactly.
And I'm trying not
Or
to do that.
doesn't. Maybe you were just saying it, throw me off.
Yeah. Maybe I say Fred Flintstone and really throw
Oh my
throwing
God.
gear
He
in
could
more.
be. It's so dark, he could be in there.
Yeah, for sure. Anyways, lots to talk about today.
Oh, yes.
Just because we haven't done one of these.
I
in
know.
a
What the
while.
hell?
Well, it's more your fault than mine.
Agreed.
But that's
It
whatever.
always is.
Oh, I have a job, man. Whatever. So anyways, Golden Globes were this past.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
I'm glad that this is what I wanted to talk about as
Good.
well.
Lots of I don't know, underdogs is the right word, but a lot of people I do.
Who won Best
expect
Picture?
to-
1917?
1917
Oh,
won for
I
Best
can't
Picture.
wait to see that movie.
I'm really looking forward to seeing that too. I thought it was a cool story. Martin Scorsese goes away empty-handed for The Irishman.
Sorry.
You saw The Irishman. You said you
It's awesome.
liked it. Yeah. and-
Awesome movie. Mm-hmm. You got to be into that kind of thing, though, because it's a slow...
Yeah.
It's a slow one, but just watching De Niro and Pacino together, man, it's just awesome.
It's just right.
Oh, it's so wicked.
But-
De Niro's making all those De Niro faces, which is that one face. Like,
do
how
it.
is this guy? He's so good, though. But I'm like, how? He's so good, but he's just the same,
People get away with that, man.
I'm just
And
like, holy
in
fuck.
every genre, people get away with being the same thing in everything, and it's totally fine.
and you watch
It's
this
just-
movie
but
and
not
it-
everybody does that.
Apparently, the movie cost $200 million to de-age them all. I'm telling you, they're so old now, they just look the same age throughout.
Yeah.
Like I was never ever like, oh, they're so young here.
I know.
I was like, that was always like they started old, they're even older now.
I feel like somebody who was like a half-assed makeup artist could have done the job the CG might have done.
Yeah, and the one dude, I just saw him. He's like Tony. There's like 50 Tonys.
Yeah.
He's the one main guy. He looks like a villain from Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Like his face is all. I'm like, what is this guy supposed to be like? But it's a great movie though.
That's cool. That's cool.
Watching Pacino chew the scenery.
I just like because they went to so much effort to de-age, and how did they de-age Ian Holm in Lord of the Rings? They literally yanked his face back.
Oh yeah, they just pulled the old Grandpa Simpson, right? When they pull his face back, put the clip back there, and it's Homer.
That's basically
Right?
exactly what they did. And yeah. So anyways, a lot of unexpected.
Who else won?
Off the top of my head,
Who was best
Brad
actor?
Pitt won. Yeah, Brad Pitt won for best actor
For Once Upon a Time.
for Once
in
Upon a
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I have not yet.
I have not either. It's
actually.
out on
I'm really
DVD now.
looking-
I saw it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out because I do really want to see that.
Yeah.
Who else won?
Who won for female?
Oh, some broad.
I can't believe what's her name looks like as Megan Kelly.
Yeah, no, Renee Zellweger.
Holy God.
I know Renee Zellweger won for.
Oh,
best.
she did for Judy. She's
Yeah.
back.
She's back, and oh God, can she barely see as ever? She's got like.
She's like French Stewart with boobs.
Her eyes look like a Looney Tunes version of an Asian person, like
Like one of the old band ones.
super racist
Yeah.
and just like, oh my God. But ironically, that was her face fixed because there was a portion of time when she got her work done.
Yeah,
she looked
something
like she was
she-
photoshopped as somebody else.
Yeah.
But
She looked like she was a face scramble.
that's neither here nor there. She looks like herself again. That's all I.
Thank God.
I don't
Now
wanna-
we can get a new Bridget Jones.
Yes, Bridget Jones' grandbaby.
Yeah.
But
What'd you think of Ricky Gervais's speech?
I loved it.
I did too. I thought it was absolutely amazing.
My thing, it bothers me so much how goddamn thin-skinned people can be.
Yeah.
And there were three versions of people who were in the crowd at that awards show. There were the people who I saw a few. Lauren Graham was one that stuck out to me for some reason. But every time he would tell a joke, she would be stone-faced. She would just be like,
Which one's Lauren Graham?
from Gilmore Girls.
That's right, okay, yeah.
And they went to her a few times.
What the
and
hell
I'm
was
like,
she there? What was she in?
She's in a bunch of stuff.
Okay. She's doing well. She's doing well
she's,
for herself.
She's taking care.
Yeah.
She's taking care of her.
Yeah.
She's taking care of her.
Just taking her home.
But yeah, so she had that face. Then there was the. I know that this is an offensive joke, but I get the humor of it. And I saw a Tom Hanks one where he went to Tom Hanks. He's like, oh, and that's kind of where I sit. It's like I totally get what he's doing, like what his attempt.
Yeah.
He's trying to go. So I'm like, oh, ouch. It's like a roast joke, really.
Yeah,
right?
pretty.
We're
But the whole
like,
thing was
oh,
kind of
shit.
like, I just like that whole thing. Nobody cares what you think. You
Yeah.
live in a bubble.
I know.
Come up, thank your God, thank your agent, and get the fuck out of here.
The best thing, because they were talking about Apple Plus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like all these people so proud to be working on Apple Plus. You literally work for somebody who owns sweatshops in China.
He's like Disney, Apple,
Yeah.
this one. That he didn't say Netflix.
yeah, well, Netflix
He
doesn't
did-
own anything else.
You damn right they don't. Right on Netflix. Okay, so I don't know how many movies they have. They have The Irishman.
Yeah.
They've got Marriage Story.
Yeah.
There's one more, I think, that are up for Oscars. So 3 Netflix movies up for Oscars.
Yep.
Yeah. Take that, Disney Plus. They own the world. Like they're like, oh, they're like
They also didn't release any movies that were like ever meant to be. It was like what Noel was going to be up for best.
No, Arthur Christmas 5. Is that Disney?
I
No, they don't do Arthur. Come on now.
Son of a bitch. But
Some of them will be up though, like for special effects and.
absolutely.
Hey, what was the one that won Best Animated? Missing Link.
That thing was, I think Zach Galifianakis plays the missing link. It's like a claymation.
Is
kind
it
of
from
thing
the
or whatever.
guys who do Chicken Run?
No, to my knowledge, no, it's not them.
Oh,
But I was just like,
And-
I felt like it was literally just picked because it looked different from everything
yeah.
else.
Well, I'm
Like, it
telling you
was-
right now, like
'cause it
was
looked
Toy Story
boring.
4 up?
No.
That's fucking bullshit.
Toy Story 4 was one of the best movies of the year.
Toy Story
must
4
laugh.
was so unbelievably terrific. I couldn't believe it when I watched it. I was like, this movie is in the beginning it was very slow, but then it picked up and it like never let go. And it was so funny.
Keanu was outstanding.
Oh my God. And so was well, everybody was good, right? It was a Pixar movie, but yeah, it was good. It's a good movie.
Then this is
a good film, yeah.
Yeah, but it's
that should have been up. Well, it doesn't matter. Like Toy Story 4 should have won. That movie was fucking wicked. Maybe I'll watch Missing Link and be like, wow, this movie's great.
It might be really good. It's that, like, to me, everything I saw of it looked boring. It just
the movie
really
looks like it was made like out of an old beard. You know what I mean? Well, like if they somehow animated hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like what it was.
It reminds me of there were like old books where they used to use like
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Clay or whatever to do the illustrations. But,
those are neat. I like those.
And I'm not saying that it's not good. I'm not saying that it didn't have artistic merit and all this other stuff. I'm like, I feel very similar to like Isle of Dogs or what's it called?
A movie?
Yeah, it was.
What about that one where Kevin Spacey turns into a cat?
Oh fuck!
9 Lives.
That was him and Christopher Walken.
There was like everybody.
I almost feel like that was just Kevin Spacey just getting ahead of his like legal fees, like knowing what was about to happen to him. He's like, I better fucking get some.
Did you? Okay, so we'll go back to the Gold Globes.
Yeah, we'll get there.
So the guy who one of the people that accused Kevin Spacey of like, you know, assaulting them sexually died.
Yeah.
Under mysterious circumstances.
Epstein.
And then Kevin Spacey came out with the creepiest holiday video ever where he was playing his game.
This was a while
his
ago,
House of Cards character, like underneath at the fireplace. And it was like the creepiest video ever.
Yeah, he's lost it.
He's an evil, evil man.
He has absolutely lost it.
He's clearly pure evil.
But, Jesus.
You just give him the creeps.
Man.
Don't even. He's like Voldemort now.
The cast of Rent had it hard enough, and then we have to find all this stuff
with
out about Anthony.
With all those AIDS, you mean?
All of the AIDS. Speaking of AIDS,
who would you rather work with, AIDS or Spacey? Like, wow, AIDS by a landslide.
By a lot.
Wow.
Hey, they're in Oscar-winning pictures, baby. They don't get kicked out of them.
It's true. It's true. And the Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, so cool.
Oh my God.
And
it's true.
Muppets Take Manhattan.
Yeah, that AIDS. When Fozzie died of AIDS, I was like, wow.
It was all subtext. Everything Dabney Coleman was involved in that movie was about AIDS.
Just look into it, okay?
I like that I said Dabney Coleman, and 90% of the people who listen to this show were like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Short time. We should watch that movie.
And there's a very small overlap of people who do think they know who Dabney Coleman is, but they think he's Major Dad.
Yes. Okay, well, let's go. Okay, so what did you think about the whole? Now there's like a slight controversy of. That's right.
Say it, don't worry about it.
With Joaquin Phoenix and his choice of wearing the same. Well, not only did he wear the same suit. Because he said he's like, I'm going to save the world by wearing the same suit, never washing it all award season. Megyn Kelly has like a heart attack on air. Yeah. Because she can't handle it. But people are up in arms about his comments about like, don't take planes and like this and that, which I honestly, I get where he's coming from with this whole thing, but I find it a little bit hypocritical when he's also making bazillions of dollars in the same industry.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, there's a double standard there, and there's definitely like, I think what he's saying is, you know, you're gonna have to fly from place to place, fly commercial. Don't get a jet to yourself.
You
and
don't
use
have to
up
have
the same
your own
amount of
jet.
fuel for just you. You know, and it's
funny. It's a funny like, kind of plea. It's like a plea to a rich person to be just a little less. You know, don't take your own private jet. Take the jet with, you know, at least pick some people up on the way. Yeah. Carpool.
Yeah, well, you can get, well, and you know what? That is not a terrible idea. Imagine imagine a studio getting together, a private jet.
Gotta swing over and pick up Nicholson.
Yeah, that like pay, but like say a bunch of people like, hey, we're gonna fly all of you guys over. Now, I mean it's LA, so I don't think a lot of people are private jetting to LA. I'm sure some people are flying from one place to another. Some people.
What if you're Drake?
Yeah, if you're Drake, you're definitely flying.
You damn
low.
right.
Anybody who doesn't know about this too, after the Raptors won the, I was gonna say the Super Bowl for some reason because fuck everybody.
The Super Bowl of basketball.
The NBA championship. He was flying his plane low over Toronto, and I was in town when it was happening, and it was scarier than it was fun. It was during the whole parade and all that. It's just like it was. Was
he
flying,
in the plane?
It was. I don't think so.
He just had his plane fly over.
I think he was a part of the parade, if I'm not mistaken.
See, that's the best part too. Like he's mecha rich, and Air Canada is like, "We'll give you this plane.
Yeah,
you just drive around in it. We'll pay the bill.
Yeah,
and then I don't know, just be Drake."
Just be Drake.
Just be Drake, yo.
Started from the bottom.
Just do you.
And now he's only here because he was flying very low. I can't.
Terrifyingly low.
Like crash into a bunch of different buildings low, and I'm not.
And okay. So then with the Joaquin, there's more.
I'm
to
about
this,
to have a stroke every
right?
time.
There is more to this whole onion. And then I guess they lied to get him into a room, and they started asking him questions.
Yeah.
And he was very upset and snarky because he didn't want to answer the questions.
Yeah.
So now one half of the people, they're like, he was being a dick because you're getting paid tons of money, and yes, you did answer these questions for 6 months, but just answer them again.
Yeah.
Like, they're there.
Well,
and other people are like, oh, you feel bad for him because he has anxiety, and they tricked him to go up onto this thing, and then he's like,
I'm sorry. Think about press junkets. It's literally you sitting in one seat while people come and ask you the same questions over and over again.
I love it too.
They hate that shit, but that is the thing.
That's their job.
That is the thing you're actually getting paid for,
right?
Because everybody's acting for the love of acting. It's the old thing that we've said before. Remember, you get paid. You act for free. You get paid to wait.
Yes,
but it's really you get.
That's
paid
a good quote.
Press,
I like that.
For you have your job is sales more than it's acting.
Yes.
Because
you got to sell the movie. You got to go to this place, that place, make a stupid song with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, acting is exactly.
Fuck.
I have to play musical beer pongs. What does that even mean?
Yeah, like what? Let's not talk about the movie at all. Let's just play beer pong.
Yeah. Oh, so great. So great. Your movie. Oh, so great. Oh, so great. Where's Justin Timberlake?
Well,
I'm a drinker.
What else happened at the Globes? Who else won?
You know what? It wasn't fun.
I didn't even watch it. I don't watch award shows anymore. I got busy. I got shit to do.
I did watch it, but it was one of those things where I was expecting certain people, and then those people weren't winning, and then I really just didn't remember anybody.
Just didn't even give a shit.
But it was what it was. But then what made me laugh, and actually made Ricky Gervais laugh, if you look on his Twitter, the Oscars almost immediately after announced that there will be no host.
That's hilarious.
And they've been asking, like the press has been asking Ricky Gervais if he'll host the Globes next year, and he's like, absolutely not.
No fucking way.
I think what's happening.
They pay him for that, right?
They pay him handsomely for that.
Yeah, I mean, like, what the hell, Ricky?
Well, here's my thought process. Because every single year, it's got to be like making a goddamn Star Wars movie. Every single year he comes out, he puts out his thing that everybody knew was going to happen going in.
Yeah.
And then everybody shits on it. And he's like, why would I do this again?
And they keep having him back over and over.
Because he gets ratings. But he will come back. I think he'll come back again, but not for a few years. Because what has to happen is he has to forget.
Yeah.
That, it's like the old adage of saying like a woman forgets the pain of having the baby and then they want to have another baby type thing.
Right.
And that's like a thing. But I feel like that's what's happening with him is a couple years go by when he's not, he hasn't been being shit on for making fun of people for.
How much do you think they paid him?
I have no idea. It's I would say probably in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Oh, I thought maybe $1 million or something.
Maybe. I honestly don't know. I mean, it makes enough money that.
But I mean, that'd be a nice little quick paycheck, $500,000 one night.
Yeah.
Lots of the celebrities get your flight paid for.
Yeah.
Sounds all right to me.
It's not too shabby. Let's talk about some other things. I want to talk about something that happened really weird starting New Year's Eve and I guess went into New Year's Day. I only just heard about this today. I guess it's been circulating around, but it's just an interesting, fun story and only more fun because Titanic was on yesterday and I had it just on in the background while I was doing other things. So
which tape? The whole thing?
It was VHS tape too. You know what? I actually had a very fun thought about that when I was watching it. I was like, I believe this about Titanic, and I believe this about The Deer Hunter. If you were watching the VHS set, the 2-tape VHS set, if you got rid of the first tape of each of those, you had a great movie.
Yes.
It was like, it's an hour and a half of boredom.
Yes.
Followed by something really cool.
I got into an argument with somebody about The Deer Hunter, and I was like, man, that section's too long. It's like, it's way too, you could have accomplished all that, like,
it's like you're watching
so
a wedding
quick.
in real time.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
I remember doing that, and I remember just watching that, and we were like watching it, and it's like just an over the head. Send us free pop, please.
No, me, I'm the one doing the spot. You don't even like Pepsi.
You're drinking my Pepsi.
Ooh, he buys them for me. Ooh.
All right. Anywho. But yeah, it's just like, it was, I remember watching it, and it's just like, it literally was on like one shot for so long. I'm like, what are you doing? This is not art. This is just like not knowing what to do. This
Just fell asleep at the camera.
This is like when Birdemic was on, when Birdemic came out, and there's this big thing where they go to the Harvest Festival or whatever. It was just something that happened to be going on, and they went and got a ton of footage, and you watch like 10 minutes of their parade. It's bananas, man. Like, and I thought the same thing.
Not even the good part of the parade, too, like the shitty middle section.
Yeah, like I came up with a couple of options with Titanic to streamline that first little bit, so you have essentially a 2-hour movie that gives you basically everything you need. I say you quickly establish that they had Leo and her had the affair before the boat,
right?
And that he hustles his way onto the boat to follow her to New York. And then, so boom, that's all solved. Dude's already weary of this guy. Or not weary, leery of this guy. Mm-hmm, He's weary of him too, because I mean, God.
Leery and weary, they go hand in hand.
How often can you be cuckolded on a boat, right?
More times than you'll ever know.
Well, I'm going to book a cruise and find out. But the... so yeah, you establish all that stuff kind of really quickly, and then you have like one kind of altercation between them where he he does that like framey thing or whatever, and then you get right into the fucking
boat crash.
And
maybe the boat crashes right in the first 5 minutes, and then during the craziness you get some flashbacks too.
Oh, I was also just fucking pulling out my hair. I hadn't shaved my head again until you this
hair. Yeah,
I pulled out a couple pubes, but I never realized how heavy-handed they were with the, don't worry, guys, it wasn't the ship crew's fault that we hit an iceberg. So there's one scene where the captain and another guy...
You think, you think that he's trying to, like, Cameron's trying to absolve the guilt of the possible crew?
I don't know if it's full-on absolving, but I think he's trying to show them as not incompetent. Mm-hmm. And there's a scene, there's the captain who's played by Theoden from and he is
great captain.
Yeah, Bernard Hill.
Shitty captain. You hit a fucking iceberg,
right? But so it's him and another guy. I think it's like the first mate or whatever.
Okay.
And they're sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, like still waters." He's like, "I've never seen the waters so still." And then he goes, "That'll make it hard for spotting icebergs." And then the captain looks at him and he's like, and he stirs his tea, and then he walks away. And then there's another scene a little bit later.
There's going to mull this over for a while.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's another
an hour and a half.
Yeah, I know. Literally, he's like, and he's like, I'm off to bed. He's like, you take over, which is almost like, yeah, you're right. That is going to be difficult. I don't want to be here when it happens.
Exactly.
And
just like every captain I've ever known.
And then there's another thing right before other storyline kind of crosses it. There's two like ship's mates who are like going by, and they're like, "Hey, did we ever find those spotting binoculars that the spotters need to find icebergs?" He's like, "No, we haven't had those in a while."
Oh my God!
I was just like, anyways, this has a point. All of this has a point.
Why are we talking about Titanic?
Because we can't stay on topic. No. This does go into something. So New Year's Eve. A man is on a cruise ship, and he falls overboard. And he, for a very long time, was all on his own. Like, he landed in the ocean, and the boat was gone. It had not.
Oh my God! Honest to God, I have like nightmares about that.
Okay. So after a few hours, his friends notice that he's not around. They start getting in touch with crew.
Is this a real story?
This is a legit story.
Okay.
They start getting in touch with crew, and they're like, we can't find him, and nobody can find. Everybody's like looking for this guy. They start putting word out to ships out and about, saying, keep an eye out for somebody.
Do you know how hard that is, man?
This man,
how fucking hard that is to actually see somebody in the water, like, oh,
well, just fuck the water, the ocean.
Yeah,
like it would be impossible in a lake.
We did.
Yeah.
We always have to do like people overboard drills and shit, and we throw a box over, and one person's job is to literally sit there and point. Like, if you ever see anybody go overboard, one person do not leave where you see them, and you somebody go get somebody, ring the alarm, blah blah blah. And you point, and even a box, I lost.
So you just killed the box.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Not, like, super calm.
That's
so
bananas.
in the night, on the ocean, like, anyways.
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this man treaded water, I guess it's just tread water, right? He treaded,
it's past tense.
Yeah. But I think...
Done treaded.
Okay, done treaded water for 11 hours.
Woo!
And a boat finally came and found him. He survived for 11 hours. These guys came and pulled him out. The man who pulled him out of the water's name was Leonardo DiCaprio.
What?
It's legit. His ship.
It was actually Leo?
Yes. His ship was one of the ones that got word from the cruise ship.
Well, anybody in a certain vicinity would get it.
So everybody was looking. So his ship happens to find him, and he's one of the dudes who pulls him out of the water. And literally the first thing he says is like, Leonardo DiCaprio? Like, holy shit. I'm like, how much cooler is that? Not to mention, like, awesome.
That is pretty cool, actually.
I'm so grateful that he survived. And, like, that's harrowing. That must have been terrifying. Because, like, the whole time, you're just counting down to when you run out of energy. And
No. The thing, too, is mainly it's hypothermia that'll get you. I'm surprised.
It's January. The water's the warmest.
Yeah, but still, it's still cold as shit.
No, I was totally lying.
Oh, yeah,
I was just saying,
it was like January. Yeah, like,
I don't know.
I wonder what he was wearing, or good for that guy, though.
Yeah. So I was very, very grateful to hear that. And I just thought it was...
Well, what's Leo doing out in the middle of the ocean?
He was on a yacht fucking celebrating New Year's Eve. Like,
they must have been not that far, but like far enough.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you probably...
You're not going to find Leo sitting around in the middle of the ocean, for Christ's sake.
Of course you are. I have a theory.
Oh my, that guy's gonna have the greatest. That boat was probably filled with supermodels. This guy's like, he went from I'm gonna die to partying with Leonardo DiCaprio, probably Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, the Pussy Posse was
the Pussy
there
Posse and all this poontang.
Yeah, girls, put your mouth around his penis so it doesn't really get frostbite.
Exactly.
Whatever it works.
Exactly.
But but here's my theory about Leonardo DiCaprio. He has heard so much shit about the whole Rose should have given Jack room on the board.
on the vestibule.
He's
whatever
like,
the fuck
whenever I have free time, I'm going to cruise the ocean and make sure that no other man was done wrong like Jack. I feel like that's the thing. So he did right.
The first thing he said to Buddy when he was pulling him up was, "Did a woman do this to you?" And if you answer correctly and you say yes, because she did.
Yeah, totally.
Either a woman pushed him just as she took his wallet.
Yeah.
Or, she just pushed him.
Whatever it was, we fucking know.
It was definitely a woman, yeah.
God, probably a woman just drove him to the ship, which in and of itself, right?
See, exactly. Indirect cause.
All right, but
that's a cool story. I like that. A little New Year's.
Yeah.
Is it? What'd you do?
What did I do for New Year's? I worked. Well, I worked.
Ah, yeah.
No, it was.
What did they play?
I worked days. So I worked during the day on New Year's Eve, and then I worked during the day on New Year's Day. So I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work.
Grody.
So
Gross. I didn't do jack shit all. It was awesome.
Yeah, I didn't get to really.
I got Super Mario Maker 2, and that's been my life.
Oh yeah, is it fun?
It's awesome.
Cool. I'll have to check that out.
What an awesome game.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up for Super Mario Maker 2, baby.
I'm leaning back too much.
Wrestling is starting to get like good again.
Oh, okay. Did I do that?
Vince McMahon gave the reins to like Paul Heyman on Monday Night Raw.
Okay.
And I can't remember who's running SmackDown now, but he's kind of lightening up, and the stories are getting like crazy again.
Okay.
which is good. Like crazy weddings and, supernatural shit. And I'm like, oh, fucking A.
Like kind of Attitude Era-ish
Yeah, exactly,
kind of
exactly.
Right.
And Vince, I guess Vince has wanted to go that way for a long time, but the sponsors, they're making like ungodly money.
Yeah.
With their...
of course they are.
Fuck.
But I mean, I feel like the money was there during the Attitude Era. I think they're doing just fine. I think it's the whole public trading thing that really fucks everything over. Because when they were just their own company making their own money, everything was great. And then they're like, oh, we have to do this now. Now we literally have to
listen to them or...
to random people who are not wrestling fans.
Yeah, well, Fox wants an edgier product, not surprisingly.
Yeah. They want... Yeah. There's actually a lot of toilet flushing now.
Yeah, exactly.
Bastion Booger's back.
Bastion Booger has never left my heart.
Actually, just while we're talking about it, with Vince McMahon,
about the boog.
No, I was reading an article about the new XFL rules that are in place for this season coming up after. I think it's pretty much like the week or 2 weeks after the Super Bowl.
Man, he's always had a hard on for this XFL.
He has. And so, anyways, some of the new rules. One will be that there's no like extra point kick. You can now choose one of 3 extra point touchdowns. So you can get like a 1 point extra point, which is like they put you like on the 1 yard line or the 2 yard line. Then they back you up a little bit, and that's worth 2 points. And then you back you up a little bit more, and that's worth 3 points. So you could theoretically get a 9-point touchdown.
Oh, I gotcha. What do you think of these? Do you know all the rules?
I don't know all of them, but I know a lot.
So for a football player, are these rules cool? Is this new shit cool?
It's really different. It's one of those things, like, when you start messing with the point structure, it's
new. It's the XFL. This is not the NFL.
I'm not saying it's not interesting. It's just, but it's the same sport.
Right.
It would be like saying, like, it would be like starting, like, comparing NFL and slam ball.
I fucking love slam ball.
Slam ball was outstanding. But what I'm saying
is... It's a real sport.
But I'm just talking, like, as far as point structure. You're like, well, why is this worth 5 points when it's only worth 2 points in the original sport? Like, but that's...
This is extreme! That's why!
Yeah, but that's neither... Like, that's fine. I don't have any problems with that. What I do like that they're doing is they're really trying to speed up the game. There's not going to be any time stoppages except timeouts.
Commercial breaks.
And then the last 2 minutes of every... quarter.
Let's get the fucking
or not every
over
quarter,
with.
every half.
Fucking A.
So they're doing that, and they're also, to speed it up, they're going to have one referee who is just a ball spotter, because it's usually like the main referee will go and get the ball, it might sometimes have to confer with another ref and then put the ball down. There's going to be one guy whose only job is that's where the ball goes, grab it, put it there.
My job should be to stare at all their balls. Look at the balls on that one. Wow, we're going to the ball cam. A big zoom in on some guy's nuts. Yeah. So, are they going to have like half naked cheerleaders?
I don't know, man, to be honest with you. There's a great documentary, if you can find it. I think it's an ESPN documentary that's all about the rise and fall of XFL, like the first time.
You know what?
It's
he was
good.
Vince is a genius.
Yeah.
And it's funny now because now there's so many channels that they want content.
Yeah.
Fox has like Fox Sports 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to whatever the hell. And now, so it's almost like he was ahead of his time with the XFL.
That's exactly what they're saying. And actually, the NFL used a lot of XFL things, one of which being that overhead camera.
Right.
And that's something the XFL or the NFL took from the XFL. I think the XFL's biggest problem was just how unorganized and half-assed it was, and then 2 very different opinions between him and I think it was Dick Ebersol from NBC, who were they were like the co-founders, and they really clashed on how it was supposed to be dealt with and how things were supposed to be done.
I'm sure they cleaned all that shit up.
They said there were literal fights, like they'd be screaming at the director, and like it would literally be
I remember you told me this.
Yeah, it's like Vince McMahon screaming at him to like get the close up of the girl's boobs, and Dick Ebersol like, no, get the game. Like, that's just
see, he needs a ball man.
Yeah.
I'll be the balls man.
And then there was the time that the generator kicked out on their main game, so their trucks literally died and they couldn't broadcast their main game.
Well, there's that.
So yeah, and that was it.
There goes that game.
And they were like, and basically they were like, oh, what happened? They're like, oh, nobody put gas in the generator. It's like, no, that's only the thing you do. But
yep.
Whatever.
Well, I'm sure they're gonna work those kinks out. Mm-hmm. Work my kinks out.
Let's get ourselves back into a little bit of fun like pop culture news now.
That counts.
Like, I guess so. Yeah, you're right. But Christian Bale is in talks to do
to be better Ray Bill.
Is that what they're saying?
Yep.
That's pretty crazy. I didn't actually know.
It's like the only dude that ever beat Thor. That cartoon was so awesome.
That's really interesting. Then, if that's the case, I knew he was in talks to be in the movie. I didn't know to play.
They're saying it's probably better Ray Bill, which is super cool. Remember in Ragnarok?
Yeah, you can see
his sculpture on the thing.
That's right.
And Odin doesn't give him Mjolnir. Odin gives him his own.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh my God, the rumbles. And then there's also rumors. I've been reading a little bit about WandaVision. Which has been pushed up and is going to be
PVR?
This week.
I gotta sit here one day and just watch the whole Mandalorian.
Well, it's not.
I don't want to
That's
pay
not
that.
a PVR thing. I have Disney Plus.
No, I know. Like I'll just sit here and watch the whole thing.
Well, you just have to access Disney Plus. There's no. I can't PVR Disney Plus.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'll just sit here, turn Disney Plus on, and then watch them.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
That's what I'm saying.
That's fine.
I never asked.
It is. Yeah, that sounded like a command, didn't it? You're right. Oh, it was such a fantastic show. Huge. I'm so bummed that you haven't seen any of it.
Was it a full arc?
A full arc, but a lot of things not answered till the very end. Are they gonna have
season 2?
Well, they started writing a season 2 before season 1 even ended. Or
Man, I
want
to see it.
Began.
It's Favreau, right?
Yeah, Favreau. He did an excellent job. Something I knew but forgot was he was the voice of a Mandalorian in the cartoons.
John Favreau is.
John Favreau, yeah. And
he's Star Wars motherfucker now, man. You son of a bee.
And he did such a good job with it. The show is excellent. And I mean...
I like the look of it.
It is. And
looks like a movie.
It's so Westerny. And then you get like a really big... It's a huge tie into the cartoons.
Ooh, Sith shows up.
Yeah. No, there's a huge tie into the cartoons that you're going to find out. And it's really interesting. And I'm really...
How many episodes?
I think it was 8. Can
I just go on Disney Plus on my house on your account? Oh my God. Ah.
Yeah, we just had a pop through our thing.
Good.
We'll discuss things like that aren't legal later. Wink. But yeah, so that was that. And then, we were talking about WandaVision. One of the big theories about WandaVision, because...
They pushed it back or something?
No, they bumped it up.
Oh.
Actually, it's coming out this year now.
Okay.
It was going to come out next year, but... one of the big things is the theory on it is that it's Wanda's reality that she's made inside her brain. Because the whole thing is kind of comedic. And it's like very much, it looks like...
I Love Lucy or some shit.
Yeah, it has that kind of feel, at least from like things that you've seen, like concept photos, things like that. And... So yeah, what they think is that she's basically made this like idyllic thing where Vision is back in her life and all this. But there's rumors that Aaron Taylor Johnson will return as Quicksilver in this show, because if she's indeed making it all up, whoever's dead can live again, and she'll obviously want her brother back. So that's an interesting one too.
Okay, so she's crazy.
Yeah.
She's got superpowers. Maybe that's how she ends up in the multiverse of madness.
That's very much a possibility, and that's and people who know her story, and now that they can actually tie in with the mutants and stuff like that, she kills every mutant.
Yeah, she kills everybody.
Now she is a mutant in those versions too, so I don't know how much they're going to tie into things and stuff like that. It'd be really interesting to kind of figure all that out, I guess.
Kevin Feige said that she's the most powerful mutant.
Yes.
Which I believe she is. Once she gets full blown, she's like, she changes everything in the House of M or whatever it's called.
It's a big
story.
Deal. It's a big deal. And something else too, we talk about Rian Johnson for a second. Apparently he's looking to do a Benoit Blanc sequel for Knives Out. So,
man, I want to see this movie so bad.
Yeah, it is.
That's one of the ones I was I told you I was going to go see it the other day, and then I was like, it's gone already. It made a lot of money though.
Very bummed out that it didn't pick anything up at the Golden Globes, but it was a tough year for it because there were some just powerhouses that were.
I did. Well, that movie got great reviews. It could have taken the spot of some. I don't even know what was in there.
It was a wonderful movie. I loved it.
I want to see it. I'm very interested in it.
I would love to see it as a play too. It really would hold up as a play.
I thought it seemed like a play.
It did. Oh, very much. It was like, it also had a lot of Clue. I know it's because it's the murder mystery,
right?
And all, which, by the way, they are doing Clue again. I can't remember who's involved now, but it's like
I heard that as well. Clue.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember either.
Yeah, developing more movies. Sam Raimi, Bruce Campbell, and Robert Tappert, who were behind the original Evil Dead, are developing a new Evil Dead.
I heard that they wanted to.
Yeah, well, apparently Sam Raimi said they're doing it. They're currently working with a newcomer young filmmaker who's going to write and direct it. So they're not like that hands-on to it, but they're
as long as it's
it.
hey, they Ash versus Evil Dead is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. And they wrote some of the episodes, but most of them they didn't. They just oversaw the whole thing. It was amazing. Did you see it?
I did, yeah, it was good.
I loved it.
I didn't see the whole thing.
Oh my God, I loved every minute of it. I thought it was amazing.
It was a lot of fun. Well, I mean, I won't say the spirit of Evil Dead 1 was there. Spirit of Evil Dead 2 was there.
Oh, that's for sure.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And then also,
I wish I could have met him at that Comic-Con, man.
Yeah, that would have been good for you.
Oh,
that
would have get kicked out.
I'm sure he'll get. I'm sure you'll get another chance at him sometime. Nicholas Hoult from X-Men: Days of Futures Past and all these other things, Mad Max and all that good stuff, has joined the next 2 Mission Impossible movies, potentially as a villain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's not much.
I loved Mission Impossible Fallout.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to watch it again very soon.
Yeah, it was
and
excellent.
I'm very much looking forward to the new ones. I don't know what Tom Cruise is going to do. He's going to kill himself on camera.
I hope so. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's becoming too much for him. I was speaking about this with somebody else, how I think he has like a death wish. He wants to die on set.
Yeah. It's his only way out. Stop playing with your shit.
Once I think that he's going to be the next leader. If David Miscavige goes, although he's pretty young still, I think that they'll give him the keys to the VIP of Scientology, which they sort of already have.
I was gonna say there's a million ways for people to go away in Scientology. Just ask David Miscavige's wife.
She's like holed up in some cabin somewhere.
Yeah.
I miss the Leah Remini Scientology expose show. Even though they're not telling me anything, I want them to have another season. Yeah, I'm actually just watching you in the TV here. I'm not turning my fucking head. Of course you are. You're fucking gorgeous.
It's this, though.
Why turn my head?
I really got to fucking work on that, eh? Oh, well. Intermittent fasting. I'm getting on
intermittent.
it, guys. Let's figure it out.
I'm doing intermittent fattening.
Nice. I might be doing
my New Year's resolution, like we were saying before, my New Year's resolution was to die.
Hard.
Big time. Like the 4th movie.
Yeah, there you go.
Live free or die fat.
And then something else I heard about, Adam Sandler won an acting award.
Oh, that Uncut Gems movie. I want to see that movie. Where is that movie?
It's around. I don't honestly.
Is it on a thing?
It's not on Netflix.
Is it on one of these things?
I think it's like in like festival mode right now.
Oh, so like it's going to be a renter. Like it's not going to be. It's not one of these.
Well, I don't think there's such thing as a renter anymore, but we'll figure it out. It's an on-demander.
On-demander. That's Entertainment is still there. There's a Blockbuster in Alaska. People are renting movies.
No, the Blockbuster in Alaska closed a while back.
I got to cancel my trip to Alaska.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This card is useless now.
What the fuck?
But yeah, so he won Best Actor at the National Board of Review Gala. The award was actually presented to him by Brad Pitt and former co-star Drew Barrymore gave it to him. And so yeah, he was one of the few standing ovations of the night. It was a pretty big deal, and everybody's loving on that movie. So I mean,
Uncut Gems,
figure it out. Yeah,
he said that if he loses the Oscar or whatever, he's going to make a terrible movie. Like he's already done that. Like thanks, bud.
Yeah,
like you're already there.
Yeah.
Did you see Murder Mystery, the #1 rated movie on Netflix? The most watched thing of the year was Murder Mystery.
Really?
Yes.
Ouch.
Yes.
At least it wasn't the ridiculous 6.
Like in the first day, it was like 30 million or something. Really? I watched 6 Underground. It was terrible.
Okay.
Irishman, good. Haven't seen Marriage Story yet. It looks like a slog. Looks like it's going to be depressing. How is Scarlett Johansson in like every fucking movie out right now?
Well, you got to do what you got to do, right?
She's in Marriage Story. She's going to be a Black Widow. Oh my God. Yeah. When does Black Widow come out?
Spring.
I'm sort of like, which is weird to say, I think I'm in like Marvel withdrawal.
I was actually going to pitch to you tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen him. I haven't gone to the theater and seen a Marvel movie. And
I was going to pitch to you tonight, actually, because we did that whole Marvel-thon, but then we've been kind of letting the back episodes, or not episodes, but like some movies kind of gather up again. Now we've got like maybe 4 or so movies to do again. Yeah, well, what we got the Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, I got that game I haven't played yet.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of.
You go. Are you suggesting that we do a little?
Yeah, we do a
DLC, like a DLC add-on, like a 4 movie.
Yeah,
it's funny because like 4 or 5 movies is just a little smidge of adding on to the.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I think we'll probably do that somewhere. Oh. Shit. This is why I should never give him a vote. I know
exactly.
No, but so you can look forward to that in the somewhat near future.
You will look forward to that.
It'll be a couple months away because we have been recording kind of ahead. So, but well, you'll get it. Well, when we know, you'll know. That's true. And then the last thing, which is.
I'm glad I think you've been paying attention to stuff because I don't have a fucking clue what's going on out there.
Well, this is sometimes I look.
But just sit at home and play Mario Maker 2.
Yeah. But we were talking about, or they've been talking about this new Saved by the Bell that's coming out.
Oh my god!
Because like every other
the return of Screech,
every other thing from the '90s, right? I was talking about this today because I was listening to a new Blink-182 song, and I'm like, not everything from the '90s needs to come back. You know what I mean? And then they're talking about this Saved by the Bell reunion thing, and I guess a lot of people.
I'd like to see Jessie Spano.
Yeah. Well, and apparently she's in it. Apparently,
oh my god, yes.
Mario Lopez is in it.
Awesome.
I think they said Dustin Diamond was in it, but then they said that Tiffany Thiessen and Mark Paul Gosselaar. I don't know about her because she had the whole vitiligo thing or whatever it was, and I think she's kind of out of the public eye. I don't.
The what?
It's the when like your skin goes like white and splotches or whatever.
Oh, that's cool. There's like some new model chick with that.
Yeah.
She's hot looking.
Well, there you go. And it's just, I don't know. I don't know where she stands on that as far as showing up. I don't even know if it's vitiligo.
But Buddy has that new show. It's him and it's Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Oh, Mixed-ish.
Yeah, who else is in it? It's him and somebody else. When I saw the preview, I was like, "Oh Jesus, here we go!"
But and that's like a prequel to Blackish because that's like the woman from Blackish,
right? Like her mixed family.
Yeah. So
are they going to come out with Whitish to round out the whole thing?
It's going to be the same character.
Arabish.
Well, because
they'll be like Muslish.
Well, because she's half white, half black, so she was Blackish, and she can be Whitish, so it'll be just the same.
It's black. It's white.
Yeah. But
use this thing to morph my face into other faces. Ooh, animal face. Ooh, black guy. Chinese chick.
I'm not making your face a black guy's face. I'm not dealing with that. Okay. But anyways, initially they said that Tiffany Amber Thiessen and Mark Paul Gosselaar weren't going to be in it, but that you would find out about kind of Zach's like future, like what happened to him, and you find out he becomes the governor of California. But now they've said that they will be in the show in some form or fashion. I don't know what that means.
I don't know why when you said, I just thought that like they're going back to school or something. I don't know why. I was like, ew, it's their lives. It's gross.
Well,
Can they just go back to Bayside?
My biggest fear is that they're literally all going back to Bayside. And it's like, we're all teachers now.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's my...
And Screech is still there.
It is very much...
Like he's not a teacher. He goes to the school still.
Well, he was in Saved by the Bell, the new class, as like, he was like the principal's assistant. That was it. But...
And then he rubs shit on his upper lip.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to deal with school shootings and shit. But, but that was the thing. That was always Saved by the Bell's thing. It was like, no matter what they were doing, they all had to be involved. They couldn't have an episode where it's like, oh, well, Slater's off on a wrestling tournament, so we're just going to watch Slater be at a wrestling tournament. No, they're all wrestlers now, and the girls are all cheerleaders, even the friggin' feminist one.
Yes, of course.
Doesn't believe in that. And then it's like, oh, it's the debate one. Oh, okay, so it's going to be Jesse and maybe Screech. Oh, no, all of them are on the debate team because it just happens that those 6 people are the debaters. There's definitely nobody else smart in the school.
No.
And then it's like, oh, it's the basketball team. Oh, all of them are on the basketball team.
Well,
like,
what do you know?
Like it's like even the girls are on the boys basketball team now. And it was
they believed in things way before.
Yeah. And then actually we spoke about Leah Remini, the season that she was in where they
go to the cap they work at the resort or whatever.
Yeah, they work at the resort. And then sure enough, they all work at the resort.
I forgot she was in there.
That doesn't happen.
Okay, so yes, it does. Okay. Check this out.
I know we all worked at the same restaurant for a while.
Zach is the governor. Okay. he something happens where he's kind of slightly but humorously disgraced. He then gets demoted to being the principal of Bayside.
Yeah.
Where now he's in the opposite role where he's got to be, Mr. Belding, whatever his name is. AC Slater is the gym teacher.
Yeah.
Screech is the vice principal. And the other ladies can filter in there as teachers somewhere.
Yeah. There'll be some. The whole
Lark
thing
Voorhees will be the school dermatologist.
Yeah.
And somebody's going to be, what's her name will be the sexy guidance counselor. But Jessie Spano.
There you go. My question to you, how many more of these 90s reboot things can we friggin' stomach?
All of them.
Like, it's just, I'm losing
Nobody's forcing you to watch it.
I know. I'm just losing my mind.
I just might,
but
though.
it's just that thing, and we were talking about it today. It was our generation seems to be the only consumers.
That's what it is. Well, now they're everything's geared towards us.
Yeah.
We're the ones with the money.
But and we've been the ones who've been begging for like original shit, and they're like, "Oh, you want something original? How about more Mad About You?" I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's an original new season.
Yeah, and it says season 1 on this Will and Grace episode, so what the fuck do you want? But it's just, the whole thing is, I don't know, it's just driving me kind of mad, and I'm like, I feel like, because right now that HBO Max or whatever it is has Friends, and they're actually in physical talks with them right now of doing a proper
God
reunion. I don't know if it'll be a season or a movie. Stop playing with the shit on the table. So if I feel like that might be the one that kills it all, not because it's bad, but because it's like, okay, this was like the one that was the goal years ago before, like Seinfeld was maybe the only other one.
Right.
And
oh my god, Friends reunion reboot. Oh my god, that would be the biggest thing that like ever happened to the planet. Yeah. Holy shit.
And HBO's got the money for it, right? Because it's HBO, there's going to be like all sorts of shit going on.
Oh yeah, there'll be tits.
Yeah.
We get to see Schwimmer's tits. Fucking right.
I was going to say Lisa Kudrow, her and her twin, there'll be incest scenes.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a whole thing, HBO, and then watch the after show with us. Called Former Friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfucker.
We only stick together now for the money.
That's right.
All the money we get from this
giant podcast money that follows us everywhere we go.
It haunts me.
But speaking of podcasts, we're going to do one next week, right?
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see how the rest
question?
of this thing goes. We'll see how it goes. But next week, we're doing a good comedy classic. A little bit of John Hughes.
I forgot we're doing a mini-sode here. There was
I know
actually introducing a movie here.
I know it's long. Well, we're talking. Yeah, we're going to be doing a movie next week, so we should probably say what it is. So give people a little heads up. So we're doing it's John Hughes, John Candy, John Wayne Gacy. No, he's not.
Well, he does show up at the door. Remember? Pretty much, right?
It all works out. But let us give a listen to the trailer for next week's movie, Uncle Buck.
Where do you live?
City.
Do you have a house?
Apartment.
Own or rent?
Rent.
What do you do for a living?
Lots of things.
Where's your office?
I don't have one.
How come?
I don't need one.
Where's your wife?
Don't have one.
How come?
It's a long story.
Do you have kids?
No, I don't.
How come?
It's an even longer story.
Are you my dad's brother?
I'm your dad's brother, all right.
Buck Russell had always been the black sheep of the family.
I'm stunned that I'm related to you.
Until one night.
Buck, we have a problem with the kids. We're stuck for somebody to watch them.
Oh, please, not that.
Can we trust him?
He's my brother, for God's sake.
I won't let him get into that Satan stuff or any of the new chicks. I'll leave that for me. Wow. I'm kidding, huh?
Now, he's making them breakfast.
Cigar?
No thanks.
Making them lunch. And making them crazy.
What did you do?
He's irresistible.
I want to ask you why I'm so attracted to you.
I wouldn't even guess at that.
Whoa!
He's unbelievable.
I'm Anita Horgar.
I'm Buck Melanoma. Molly Russell's wart.
He's
Would you just
John Candy. as Uncle Buck.
What does he like to drink? I've been leaving the toilet seats up. Is that what the blue water is? It's not good for him, huh?
Uncle Buck, the new comedy from John Hughes.
You have much more hair on your nose than my dad.
How nice of you to notice.
I'm a kid, that's my job.
Coming soon to a theater near you.
My Lord, I am looking forward to that one.
I am too. What an awesome movie.
Very, very awesome movie. And it's one I kind of forgot about a little bit, to be honest with you. It's a, it's an oldie but a goodie.
It's funny that we're watching John Candy here because last night I just watched Heavy Metal. And it has John Candy and Harold Ramis, and what a wicked movie. Have you ever seen Heavy Metal?
Yeah, speaking of heavy
Fucking
metal.
A.
Speaking of heavy metal, you should check out my most recent appearance on Dueling Decades, which I believe came out this week. I have to double check, but it might come out next week. It's going to be the science-themed episode. You'll see that Battle of Science, 1981.
Battle of Science.
1981 versus 1988. I had 1981, so check that out. Find out if I win. Comment. Go on their Facebook and all that. If I lose a round and you didn't like that I lost a round, you let them know. You fucking let them know.
You let
all right?
them know, yeah.
So join their stuff.
Any loss is unacceptable.
Yeah. But before you join their shit, make sure you're joining our shit. Make sure you're liking and subscribing and commenting on the podcast wherever you listen. That helps us get seen. Make sure you go to our website, miscastcommentary.com. Go to email us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Todd can't fucking not play with the dog while we're on video.
I'm gonna grab. Come here.
Jesus Christ.
Your dog's a star now, bro. It's like Benji.
This is not the first time she's been on the podcast.
They are Taco Bell's calling. Oh my God, you got Taco Bell breath, girl. Woo!
He's happy.
Actually, your breath smells just like your balls.
My balls?
Yeah.
Well, I rub Taco Bell on them.
Taco Bell testicles.
It's just to keep it gives a nice tingle that lasts all day. I have Doritos Locos Testiculos.
What did you think about the winners of the Golden Globes?
Gasp.
Yeah,
what if she had some thoughts?
Oh my God, imagine she said something.
She has, for some reason, James Gunn's voice. The dresses were atrocious.
So if just for that stupid scene in that "Speak for yourself, moron."
Oh Jesus.
That fucking dog movie they're watching in Billy Madison.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Is funny. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, reach out to us, podcast@miscastcommentary.com. Find us on Twitter. I'm at JK Finley. The podcast is at Miscast Podcast. Todd's at Miscast Todd. Follow all three of those. Tweet at us. Say, hey, Todd, fucking tweet. And he won't know. And I'll say, hey, they're tweeting at you. Tweeting. He's like, what's a Twitter?
We got to go through that whole thing again.
Old. And then... sorry if I made you feel self-conscious.
You definitely did.
There it is. And then... Instagram at Miscast Commentary. I'm at JK Finley. Where Todd actually posts to the Miscast Commentary ones, so that's where you find his stuff. Anything that's on the boat.
I don't know how to do anything else.
Yep, but he does it well. And yeah, so that's it for this week. So until next week, guys, when we're watching Uncle Buck, we'll fucking see you then.
And he's the fun uncle. He's not the uncle that touches you.
Yeah.
Unless,
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.